A journalist who appeared on a talk show laughing and expressing happiness over the assassination of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson has been blasted online. Taylor Lorenz appeared on Piers Morgan Uncensored saying she felt joyful over the death of the CEO, leading the host to rip her to shreds.
I do believe in the sanctity of life, and I think that's why I felt, along with so many other Americans, joy, unfortunately, because it feels like...
Seriously?
I mean...
Joy in a man's execution?
Maybe not joy, but certainly not empathy. Because again,
we're watching the footage. How can this make you joyful? This guy's a husband, he's a father, and he's being gunned down in the middle of Manhattan. Why does that make you joyful?
Of Americans that he murdered.
The ex-Washington Post journalist then somehow made it even worse by beginning to laugh when pressed on the issue.
Should they all be killed, these healthcare executives? Would that make you even more joyful?
No, that would not.
But why not?
And,
why are you laughing?
I think because it wouldn't fix the system.
You seem to find the whole thing hilarious.
I find your question funny.
A bloke's been murdered in the street. I don't find it funny at all.
Online commentators launched on the journalist and podcaster. This person said, Taylor Lorenz is absolutely rotten to her core. And this person agreed, saying leftist journalist Taylor Lorenz said she felt joy after the murder of United Healthcare's CEO because she believes in the sanctity of life. You can't make this stuff up. This is a sick individual, representative of most of our legacy media. And this commentator said Taylor Lorenz will never be employed again. And it seems that could very well be the case, with podcast distributor Vox announcing it will cease to distribute Lorenz's podcast and YouTube show, marking the end of their working relationship. Online publication Semaphore confirmed the news, saying the distributor plans to not renew their contract with Lorenz. She hit back at the news via X, saying media continues to lie and say that Vox Media has parted ways with me. Nothing could be further from the truth. I own 100% of my show and distribute it myself on YouTube, not Vox. Nothing about my relationship with Vox's ad sales has changed. Sorry to break it to you, but the media lies. Lorenz's comments on Piers Morgan Uncensored were only the latest since the assassination last week. She wrote an entire blog post titled, "Why We Want Insurance Executives Dead." In the post she said, "Let me be super clear. My post uses a collective we and is explaining the public sentiment. It is not me personally saying I want these executives dead and so we should kill them. I'm explaining that thousands of Americans, myself included, are fed up with our barbaric healthcare system and the people at the top who rake in millions while inflicting pain, suffering, and death on millions of innocent people." She doubled down on this to TMZ, saying people want these executives dead.
But the statement, and I just want to put it up there one more time and see how you feel about it, because this is the one that did sound like you were calling for violence. You said, and people wonder why we want these executives dead.
Yes, people do. I am speaking to the sentiment. People do want these executives dead. If you have
But you said we want them dead, and I guess that's...
I mean, look, I'm going to say I'm with the people in the sense that if you have watched a loved one die because insurance has denied them life-saving essential health care, it is natural to wish that the people who run those systems would suffer the same fate as your loved one.
This commentator reacted to the Unhinged comment, saying Taylor Lorenz reaffirms her wish for CEOs to be killed. She is truly dangerous and deranged. Arrest her, FBI.